XAVI returned to Barcelona, and everything that happens at the moment looks like a fairy tale for Blaugrana supporters. In today's video, we want to dwell upon why Barcelona's new coach has every chance of taking the Champions League in the next 3 years. Xavi's first steps at the head of Barcelona are a pure delight for all the coolies. The 41-year-old legend began with the main issue: order. Xavi introduced a number of strict rules that must be followed by all footballers without exception. We talked about this in a separate video. You can find some unexpected points there. Check out the card up there and watch it after this video. There are already the first results. The players come to training ground 2 hours before the start, so the coaching staff can control their nutrition, slowly establishing the general atmosphere in the team, which was let loose under Ronald Koeman and other managers. Moreover, we have the first person fined, and this is Ousmane Dembélé. Who if not him? It seems that this lad just can't make friends with discipline and is an absolute record holder for being late for training and games. The French winger, with whom Xavi has high hopes, was 3 minutes late and received a €100 fine. What if he'll be late again? The fine will be doubled, and so on. Interestingly enough, Xavi also went against his friend Gerard Piqué, with whom he spent many seasons at Barca and the Spanish national team. The centre-back is known for his voluminous non-football activities, and Xavi decided to pause his off-the-pitch performances. He believes that the footballer who receives money from FC Barcelona should devote all his time to the club and training only. No other activity except personal leisure, and he is right. To be exact, Xavi has cancelled an interview of his friend on the TV program El Hormiguero, where he was supposed to talk about his future plans for the Davis Cup. Seriously? Just the perfect time of talking about the Davis Cup when you resemble only a shadow of your former self on the pitch. Throughout his first week, Xavi already managed to show himself as a tough manager who does not go easy with the footballers. When we had order and rules in the team, we won trophies. When there is no rules to follow, there are no results, states the new head coach of Barcelona. Intensity and excitement returned to Barcelona training sessions, and it looks like the club itself was invigorated by the recent changes. This is a Xavi effect, friends, and as for that moment, he does everything right. Another positive moment of Xavi's arrival was the reload. A reboot for some footballers who had no chance to shine under Ronald Koeman. Koeman had his own bunch of performers whom he trusted and had a number of outcasts that he largely ignored. A recent example is Samuel Umtiti. The 2018 world champion and once one of the best centre-backs on the planet has not been doing great lately, unable to regain shape for too long after a serious knee injury. Every transfer window, Barcelona dreams of selling the Frenchman due to his high salary, though this task seems impossible to pull off. In the last off-season, Umtiti left Laporta's office with tears in his eyes when Barca's president finally decided to give Samuel one last chance to prove himself in the squad. However, as the season started, Umtiti did not play a single minute in the official matches. According to the journalist Xavi Miguel, who is close to Xavi, one of the first surprises for the new manager was Samuel Umtiti. He managed to impress the coach in his first lessons, and Xavi personally noted the efforts of the Frenchman. The team applauded Umtiti for his dedication and motivation. It's likely that under Xavi, Samuel will get new chances in the team. Another good example is Riqui Puig, who is one of the most talented footballers La Masia has released in recent years. As part of the youth team of Barcelona, Riqui won the Youth Champions League. As part of Barça B, he improved the team's performance with his phenomenal passes and assists, but for some reason he got no place in the first team. Setien gave Puig the most chances. At the end of the 2019-20 season, Riqui was a valuable player of the first team, and it seemed that with a new manager, Ronald Koeman, this talent would reach a new level, gaining a permanent foothold in the lineup. Unfortunately, at first, Koeman was offended by Puig for leaking information to journalists. The Dutchman wanted to send Riqui on loan, but Puig completely rejected it. And then came conflict after conflict. Puig was released on the pitch very rarely, although at times he was great at entering the game. The arrival of Xavi is a relief for great talent. There's a lot of competition in midfield, but there are chances too. The same can be said about every player. The arrival of Xavi is a breath of fresh air for each of Barca footballers. Dani Alves' fresh transfer is another brilliant move from Xavi. The Brazilian has offered his services to Barcelona since September, but Ronald Koeman was seriously against this. He believes that the arrival of the Brazilian will not add anything to the team, only delaying the development of young football stars. Dest and Mingueza, taking away playing minutes from them. Although Xavi thinks more broadly, believing that Alves will be useful to the team in the locker room, his mentality of a winner will improve the team's character, which hit the rock bottom under Koeman. Dani Alves is the most awarded footballer in the world, an absolute record holder. The Brazilian got 46 titles. It seems that this guy can only boost the morale of the roster and not the other way around. Alves is 38 years old, but he's still doing great even at the top level. Throughout the 2020 season, Dani made 53 appearances for Sao Paulo, scoring 7 goals and delivering 7 assists. He was a player of the club's starting 11 at 37. As for 2021, he made 21 appearances, scoring 1 goal and delivering 4 assists. Besides, at the age of 38, Dani won the Summer Olympics with the Brazilian national team, giving an assist in the final and participating in 6 games of the tournament. In 2019, he became the best player in the Copa America at the age of 36. Brazil became the champion back then. Do you have any doubts about Alves' shape? We have none. Xavi knows that Dani can still get the job done at the top level. If Koeman doubted the need to sign the most titled footballer in the world, then Xavi very quickly convinced Laporta and the entire leadership in the opposite. Dani Alves will help young people to get stronger, faster, and fight for the highest places. Everyone knows the following fact. Dani Alves is the idol of Serginho Dest, a 21-year-old American who was chosen as the Brazilians' heir. Now imagine how useful the next 6 months will be for Serginho. Playing alongside his idol and learning from him is worth a lot. Xavi has already done a lot in Barcelona. He changed the usual rhythm of the first team's life, appointed a new fitness coach, and is resolving the issue of fundamental changes in the work of the club's medical staff, about which too many complaints were heard. What's more, his nearest plans are no less impressive. Seems that the technical secretary of the club, Ramon Planes, is leaving at the suggestion of Xavi. He was noted for such great signings as Pedri and Araujo, and in general was among the few officials of the Bartomeu era to whom no tough questions asked. Xavi and Jordi Cruyff will now decide on new players. At the same time, Xavi wants to see Carles Puyol, the great captain of Barcelona, with whom Xavi spent more than a decade in Barca and the national team, to return to the club for this role. Xavi believes the Catalans lack his leadership spirit. In terms of transfers, the following picture has recently emerged. Xavi wants to return to the club Thiago Alcantara, a 30-year-old Liverpool midfielder who is often injured, but considered one of the best footballers in the world at the end of the 2020. As for attacking line, here the best option is to sign 19-year-old Salzburg striker Karim Adeyemi, because Man City is not in a hurry to let Sterling go to Barcelona. They themselves need him. Olmo is gonna leave for at least 60 million euros. And therefore, Barca wants to sign the young super talent of Red Bull, who is following in the footsteps of Erling Haaland. According to Sport1.de, the player's agent has already held negotiations with the club and Barca actually intends to get the player, though Karim himself still doubts, believing that the best option for him lays in Bundesliga, either in Dortmund or Bayern. However, Xavi needs the youngster and he will try to convince him. For example, in Barca, Adeyemi may have enough playing practice, which cannot be said about other mentioned top-level clubs. So far, Xavi's actions have caused a solid positive among the fans of Barcelona. Young, modern, and charged with positive energy, the specialist is really capable of turning the current season for Barca. His coaching skills are praised by Guardiola, and Xavi himself is eager to show the whole world how good he is. He was called by the Brazilian national team, but he refused. He only wanted to coach Barcelona, and his dream came true. Xavi is doing everything right so far, maintaining order and respect in the first team, high intensity of training sessions, a charge for success, blocky squad decisions, and reboot for all players who are extremely motivated to prove their professional stability to the new manager, and very soon comes the winter transfer window, during which Barcelona will definitely be able to sell and buy. The Catalans will definitely have a mini rebuilding already in January, which will go on in summer. We believe in Xavi being able to lead Barcelona to victory in the Champions League in the next 3 years. And you? Write your thoughts on Xavi's first week at Barca. Do you think the team is capable of turning such a depressing season into something consistent? Well, it was Inside Football. We watch football from a different angle. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.